Hey guys, it's jacobcullip here, back on the jacobcullip YouTube channel and back for another Premier League predictions video, Matchday 12. So yeah, there's going to be a lot of games coming up between now and middle of the week and next Saturday. So there's going to be a lot of games, so I'm going to do midweek predictions, so watch out for that video on Monday. And yeah, let's have a look at last week's results. So started with Burnley and Everton, that ended in a 1-1 draw. I predicted it was going to be 2-0 to Everton, so not a good prediction there. Man City v Fulham, I said it was going to be 3-0. It was a Manchester City win, but it ended up being 2-0, so not far on that, even though a Manchester City win. West Ham, Manchester United, it turned out to be 3-1 in the end, but I predicted a 1-0 victory, so far from that, but another win. And you can tell I'm not happy with saying Manchester United at the moment. But Chelsea versus Leeds, it was 1-1, was out half time, then it turned into 3-1 Chelsea, so wrong on that. West Brom versus Palace, I said 1-1, 5-1 to Palace, absolutely destroying West Brom after they went down to 10 men. Sheffield United versus Leicester, I said 1-0 Leicester, turned out to be 2-1 to Leicester, and Vardy did absolutely wonders for my FPL, that's all I'm going to say. Thank you, Jamie. Spurs versus Arsenal, first accurate prediction. I predicted 2-0 Spurs, and what happened? 2-0 to Spurs. So, happy with that prediction. Liverpool versus Wolves, I thought it was going to be a tighter game than I thought it actually was. I said Liverpool going to win, which they did, but I said it was going to be 1-0, but it turned out to be 4-0. And Connor Cody, you diving cheat. I don't think anyone likes Connor Cody who's associated with Liverpool anymore. And I don't think he wants to be associated with them anymore after his antics on Sunday. Brighton versus Southampton, and two predictions correct last week. I said it was going to be 2-1 Southampton, and it was 2-1 Southampton, even though it's a bit of a fortuitous penalty. So yeah, that was last week's predictions, 2 correct. And let's get into this week's results, shall we? Because that is the most important part. So the first game tonight, because it's a Friday of this recording, it's going to be Leeds versus West Ham United. Leeds coming off a disappointing 3-1 loss to Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. West Ham also coming off a defeat to Manchester United. But I think there's going to be a winner in this, and I think it's going to be Leeds United. And I think they're going to win by 2-1, and hopefully Bamford does some wonders for the FPL. Come on. Wolves versus Aston Villa. Aston Villa didn't play last week due to 12 players being out for Newcastle because of coronavirus. So they've missed a week. So you could say a week of preparation, but you never know. Could take some time for them to come back to their game. But I'm gonna predict a Wolves win because I think Aston Villa have been out for a week, but that's not really an excuse. So I'm gonna predict 2-0 Wolves, and it's a derby as well because anything can happen. Aston Villa could win this. You never know. Next game, the returning Newcastle, as I said, back from COVID, being isolated from the training ground and stuff. They were supposed to face Aston Villa last week. They're facing West Brom this week, and I'm going to predict a 1-1 draw. Nothing's going to happen in this game. Then the Manchester derby. I don't know what to predict with this one. I don't want to predict a loss for my team, but I have. So I'm going to go 2-0 Manchester City. We got knocked out of the Champions League. Hey, Europa League jokes. Literally, if you guys haven't seen my Premier League predictions video, I joked about the Europa League and saying the Europa League wants us back, and they've got us back. Happy to be Thursday night football again. Absolutely pleasant. But I'm going to predict a 2-0 Manchester City win, and I don't think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is going to last very long. I'm not Ole out, but borderline of being. But yeah, I'm going to predict a City win. Just they have a fantastic record at Old Trafford, even though we beat them there last year, but every other time they go there, they always win. So I'm going to predict City to win this. Everton versus Chelsea. Everton are without James Rodriguez and Seamus Coleman, I think. I think I saw that on Sky Sports. Chelsea coming off a 3-0 win, as I said before, against Leeds, and I think Chelsea will continue to keep winning. Stop shaking the camera. But yeah, I'm going to go a 2-0 Chelsea win, because I think Everton, they have Dominic Calvert-Lewin, but could he be useful against a very tall centre-back partnership of Thiago Silva and Kurt Zouma. So a 2-0 Chelsea win. Southampton versus Sheffield United. Sheffield United still haven't won a game this season. A bit unlucky to concede in the last minute due to Jamie Vardy. And yeah, I'm going to predict another loss for Sheffield United, and I think Southampton are going to win again, and I'm going to predict 2-1 again. Palace versus Spurs. Palace coming off a brilliant 5-1 win. Benteke scoring 2 goals. Who would have thought that? Spurs winning 2-0 against Arsenal in the North London derby. And I'm going to predict another 2-0 victory to Spurs. And Heung-min Son, I think, might be on the score sheet. Him and Kane have been fantastic this season, and in my top 5 for best players this season. Fulham versus the champions Liverpool. Liverpool coming off a brilliant 4-0 win against Wolves on Sunday, and I think they'll win this again to keep up with Spurs and Chelsea at the top of the league. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Liverpool victory, and I put Mohamed Salah as captain, and hopefully he scores for my FPL. Arsenal versus Burnley. Arsenal really not doing well at the moment. Haven't won since beating us at Old Trafford. They've drew with Leeds in that time and lost against Aston Villa, Spurs. But I think they're going to get back to winning ways this week, and I'm going to predict a 2-0 win versus another struggling side, Burnley, who actually got a decent point against Everton even though they led last week. Final game of game week 12 is Leicester versus Brighton. Brighton losing against Southampton on Monday. A bit unlucky, but they just can't finish their dinner at the moment. They can score goals, but it's putting them away that counts with how many chances they create through Lamptey and Adam Lallana. But Leicester coming off a 2-1 win against Sheffield United, and I think they'll win this game. Again, back-to-back wins, and I'm going to go for a 3-1 Leicester City victory. So tell me what you guys' predictions is for game week 12 of the Premier League. Remember to like and share and subscribe to the Jacob Cullip YouTube channel. And yeah, I'll be back for Monday for game week 13 midweek predictions, and I'll also do the weekend predictions of that. And remember guys, you need to be yourself. You can't be no one else. I've been Jacob Cullip, and yeah guys, peace.